Alrighty, good morning. MacBean Scottish Fitness here and Farms and Prepping. It is a beautiful day out here. The sun is shining. It's gotta be in the 50s already. Slept in a little bit later than usual. I do work second shift, so generally my wake up time's around 7:30. But today I was out until 9 o'clock. Sometimes your body needs it, I feel much refreshed, and full of vigor and that. And I figured that time for me to go for a little hike today. And later on I'm probably going to go to the gym and do some legs and arms. And I need to do some last minute shopping before tomorrow. So trying to determine which direction I'm going to go. Pontiac is more strategic and easier to get the things, but whereas Streeter, some of the prices are better, but there's stuff is further apart. So when I arrived at the house, I set me up some mouse traps. I had seen something go cruising by me the night before, and I got myself a shrew. So they're little tiny little things, and rarely do you get them in the house, but every now and then I do. They're kind of a burrowing rodent, kind of like the mole is, but just a lot smaller. Being out in the country, once the fields go down, you tend to get it. The cat does keep a lot of them out of the house. But I set up 4 traps, got one, so that was a good thing. So it's such a beautiful day. No rant today. I'm wishing everybody a very happy and healthy and food-filling Thanksgiving for tomorrow. For those of you here in the States, everybody else, have a good time anyway. Things like this that you just need to get out. So here I'm actually going to hit the bean. And I didn't bring my bucket. I should have. But this is where I pick up rocks. Pick up rocks. Now I've walked this a lot. And you're thinking, well, you probably found everything. And you can be right. But a lot of times, with heavy rains and cold weather and that, you'll push some of them back up to the surface. And it's also good exercise. So it's a win-win, as I say it. Now, I didn't realize that it was going to be so open to be able to see things. Otherwise, I probably would have brought the bucket with me. And that just allows me to carry more. Now, last year, I had so many that I put them in an area where I'd be able to find them. I just haven't found what that area is yet. So one of these walks, I'm probably going to come upon a bunch of rocks. It's my little treasure, I guess. The bigger ones and colorful ones, I'm saving for the wife to make a rock garden. This is starting to be a major portion of your interest when you dream about it. Literally, I was dreaming last night about I found a nice, pretty green rock. Don't ask me why. I don't know. But anyways, such a gorgeous day. Out here getting the sun, getting my vitamin D in. I mean, it's so warm, I'm out here in a t-shirt and shorts. Generally, that's not your hiking attire in late November. Especially here in the Midwest, especially the upper states. I don't know which states actually constitute the Midwest. I'm thinking it's Indiana, Illinois, Idaho, not Idaho, Iowa, Missouri, maybe Kentucky. Not quite sure. I'll have to look that up. What states are actually considered the Midwest? And does it cover the whole, down the state, or is it just in the center of the state? Inquiring minds would like to know. So, oh yeah, it's a beautiful, peaceful day. I was going to wait a little bit later to do this hike, but after spending some quality time with the kitty cat, I stepped outside and I said, whoa, it's just too nice not to. So here's an area where I usually find some rocks. It's a natural area for water. And I have found a lot in here. And I may have picked it clean. You never know. You just hear how still it is. Very still day. No background wind. If I went in the woods, they'd hear me as soon as I stepped in. When you have a breeze coming through, then you have a lot of background noise. And it does allow you to sneak in a little bit. Okay, that don't look good. So the leaves have mostly dropped. There are a couple of bushes that are hanging on to them for the most part. Otherwise, anything else that still will be green in a month will be your conifers, your pine trees. That's why I try to plant those whenever I can. And then I usually will pick up acorns out here. Oh, there's a rock. Now, it's not a pretty rock, but it's a good rock for my pond. So there's one section of the pond where I am constantly putting these rocks. And it makes a habitat for different types of wildlife. So there's crows up ahead I'm kicking out. They're up in the trees. We may get to them. Deer tracks. No surprise here. A lot of deer out here. You see a big nest up there. Probably for a hawk. One of the bigger animals. Or it could be a squirrel nest. Yep, I already pushed those crows out. They're pretty smart. And if they think you're a threat, they stay kind of away from you. They did an experiment with them where they had people coming in and out of a building, and they learned that they could count. I think it was up to 6. So if 3 people were outside and walked in the building, they'd stay away from the building. And if 2 people left, they'd still stay away from the building. And it wasn't until they put 7 in and 6 left did they get fooled and come back in. So here's an area I see all the time. So I imagine there's been some hunting going on. Definitely during gun season, which was 2 weeks ago, and I think it might start up again next weekend. And there was a lot of gunfire going on. You'd have think they got something. But the old adage is, if you hear one shot, that's a dead deer. If you hear multiple shots, that's a laughing deer. There are a lot of deer tracks out here. Deer. Here we go. Got deer. I got coyote tracks. Yep, lots of both. And, you know, what do tracks tell you? Well, they tell you this is a path they take. A path they take often. So if you are hunting your prey, you want to be where the prey come by. Not so much where they're at, because they'll see you coming first. But you want to be where areas that they travel, and then get there and you just wait for them. That's how deer hunting is. Where pheasant hunting is an active hunt. You're actively walking fields. If you have dogs, you're using them. If you don't have dogs, then you go as a group and try to block fields, keep them from running, because pheasants will run before they'll fly, for the most part. Or they'll hold tight and let you walk right by them. On more than one occasion, had to kick the pheasant in the rear end to get it to fly, especially if it's foggy. Now, the only time I would enjoy just hunting by myself without a dog is if there was a fresh snow. You know, if there was a fresh snow, I could track them. They could run, but they could not hide. So generally I would try to keep the dogs in the house, because they would just cover the tracks and kind of ruin my hunt. Now, without the snow, well, then the dogs were a huge advantage, because they have their ability to smell them, either where they've been or where they're at, and that makes it successful. And that was probably one of the first kind of symbiotic relationships that people and dogs had, is they realized, oh, there's a nice green rock, but I don't know if I'll be able to get that one out. Pretty good. I got it. All right. So one for the pond, and one for the rock garden. Yeah, it's pretty successful. See, you never know. And this is a field I've walked many times, but that one was laying pretty close to the soil. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to pry it out. I think later on I'll bring me a little crowbar, big screwdriver or something. And as the ground gets harder, it'll be more and more difficult to do this. So why do I go for these walks? Well, they're very therapeutic. They allow me to, number one, appreciate life, appreciate my health, appreciate the fact that I can get up and walk for miles and take a look at nature and kind of see the changes of the season. Good for my heart. And it's a really good mental relaxation exercise. Nobody goes for a walk and stays angry long. Many times when people have arguments, I'm going for a walk. And if they just go for a walk, it was good. If they walk to the nearest pub, probably not so good. I never went and had a drink when I was angry. My belief, it's just my belief, alcohol is not a good thing to have when your body's full of, anger that just amplifies it. But I would go for walks. Then you get to kind of realize what you were angry about, was it worth it? I kind of put things in categories. And as I give them the importance, highest importance is, does it affect my family or myself? If it does, I react to it. However I need to react to it, I react to it. It's given top priority. Second level is, there going to be any long-term effects to the family or myself? Sometimes it's a mistake to let things go. Sometimes a signal needs to be sent. whatever it is. And on our occasions, sometimes it is good to let it go. Is it worth it, and what will the long-term effects be? A lot of times we react in the instant and we don't look to see what will happen later on. I think if people did that, the world would be a calmer place. Not that I always did this. I was young at one time. I would leap before I looked. But as I matured, I've gotten better at it. Not perfect, but I've gotten better at it. And then, if it doesn't affect my family or myself, I just ignore it. Be like, move along, nothing to see here, folks. That's kind of the way I see things in the world scale. I see people get so angry about things that do not pertain to their life. Angry about things that will never include them or anybody they know. But they have to have a cause. My advice to them is, go for a walk on a sunny morning. You will be a happier camper. Life will be happier. Everybody around you be happier. Be happy, happy, joy, joy. The other day, nice walk. I go hit the stores and do some last minute shopping for tomorrow. And probably hit the gym, and it'll be work. I wouldn't call today work. I'd call it sitting around and bullshitting. And then tomorrow, be just eat, rest, and drink. Should be a very good day. I'm looking forward to it. I am batching it. Mama is in Arizona, spending time with the daughter and the grandson. And I know she's appreciating that time. I'm going over to a friend's house. I may stop and see some other friends too, if I have the motivation. It'll be a lazy day, and then Friday and Saturday and Sunday I'm working, but I'm only working 4-hour shifts. So it'll be fine. So it should be a nice, restful, but yet good opportunity to earn some extra income. A lot of time and a half happening, some double time. Sunday I might do a live stream if I can, if there's a signal, or if not, there'll be some videos. It may go on my farms and prepping one. I'm going out and do some trap shooting with some friends, and it should be enjoyable. Hopefully I can still hit things. So anyway, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. Enjoy your friends, enjoy your family, enjoy good food. And then next week, get back in the gym and lift.